I wanted to take a moment here to break down a little bit with what was happening with Roki Sasaki. This was one of the most anticipated MLB debuts we have seen. The Japanese star, you could tell he was amped up. And why wouldn't he be? He's making his MLB debut, and he's doing it in his home country on the defending World Series champions. I mean, it's really, what more could you ask for a young pitcher? And Zach, he was coming out of the gates hot. Everyone knows with his scouting report, he can throw some fuzz. Yeah. How about the first three pitches here? If I can get it rocking. Here we go. First three pitches, just a little 100 piece. 1, 2, that's painted. And 3. So, look, he's amped up, and he should be, right? You're finally having a chance to live out your dream, and that is to pitch in the MLB and everything I talked about. So his insides are running. And in this game, there were some positives. Let's go through the first positive, though, and we'll kind of go back and forth on this. And this is that he got his first strikeout against Suzuki, who, again, it's a big milestone for him. But 98, you're going to see this ball just keep running in. Great location. And when you have that type of stuff and that type of fuzz, this ball is very hard to hit. I mean, that's an excellent pitch right there. So, again, the stuff is not in question for Sasaki. But when you're sped up inside, that's where you can have problems. So here's an example right here. On the day, he had 5 walks, okay? 5 walks. There's one right there. And really, if you looked at it, only one of the 5 walks actually got to 6 pitches, right? So 5 pitches or less, and it was mainly with the fastball splitter combination, just a little bit erratic. And as everyone knows, and if you don't know, I'll explain it for a second. When you are sped up inside, your body wants to get moving a lot quicker than it needs to be, and hence it can be a little bit more erratic. And especially for a young pitcher like Sasaki, that's normal. He only gave up 1 hit on the game, but the 1 earned run was because of the walks, and the 1 hit was an infield single. Now, I do want to point out there was 2 line drives and 2 line outs, just to say, okay, they had some swings, but overall, hard to hit Sasaki. Went 3 innings, only 25 strikes, 56 total pitches. So obviously erratic on the day. But let me talk about some really good moments for him, because this is where, when you're looking at trying to get through trouble, okay? So there we're going back, down, nice. So that walked in a run, and you can tell it's frustrated. But the beauty of what Sasaki can do is his stuff can get him out of situations. And you're going to see right now, in general, of just how good some of his pitches can be. So here's the example. This is in the 3rd inning. Bases juiced, all right? The dude throws a absolute laser beam of a fastball. And look how much he can paint this here on the corner, all right? So again, bases juiced. This game could go a lot of different ways. And what does Sasaki do? Paints it on the corner for strike 3. So there it is. Fastball is his weapon. It sets up everything else that he wants to do. All right? So there's a situation we just talked about. It's already hard enough to catch up with 97, 98, 100. So imagine you have that working for you, and then you can break off your off speed. And in this case right now, you're thinking fastball, and it's going, all right, you're waiting for that kind of rise, which has kind of been the case. And especially if you're a hitter, you feel like you got to cheat. Well, imagine then all of a sudden this ball is not going to rise. And as it's coming towards home plate, imagine, I'll do it this way. It just goes and then just wipes down. So in this case right here, 2 strikes, get out of the jam. He's thinking fastball is going to go up here, and all of a sudden it just is going to drop right down into the zone for strike 3. A nice little sweeper action. Look, this guy just knows what he's doing. Now, one thing I do want to point out, though, his splitter is one of those pitches that is just absolutely devastating, but he didn't have it working for him yesterday. So if I can get one more of the splitter going here, I'll get it, the grip, to give you a closer angle. Okay, let's see if we can get a clear angle there. That's actually a nice little shot of the baseball. So right there coming out of the hand, true splitter grip. So you can see finger here, finger there. Comfortability to be able to throw that. It's not an easy pitch to throw, but when he's able to throw that, it almost can look like a changeup, but also it's like a changeup, sinker, and a knuckleball type sensation. That's at least what people are describing his as having a little knuckleball and die to it. So this pitch might end up being his best pitch that he has in his arsenal, but it's hard for this to execute properly when your fastball command is erratic. Doesn't that kind of sound familiar when you look around the league? And Zach, who's got a great splitter in baseball? He's a closer, and he's coming back this year for the Baltimore Orioles.
I believe that's Felix Bautista.
That is correct. Felix Bautista, 2-pitch guy, fastball splitter. So if you're able to do that right, it can be one of the most devastating combos in all of baseball. And lastly, though, right here, I just wanted to point this out. Roki Sasaki had his MLB debut patch. Topps does a 1-of-1. So that is going off the jersey into a card that Sasaki will sign, and that's going to go out for auction. Can you imagine what that's going to sell for?
This is going to make
a lot of money.
Paul Skeens' one look like pennies. I mean, this has potential to be probably the best selling card patch of all time, at least in the moment, because of just you literally with Paul Skeens, obviously you're competing with everyone in America. Everyone in Japan's going to want this. This card is going to be, if you pull it, congratulations, your life has changed.
Yeah, you can take that straight to auction and you are feeling good. But overall, again, Sasaki, the upside of what he can do, well, the upside is he can be one of the best pitchers in baseball. I think he's ready. But what we're going to continue to watch here is, was it more anxiety to start off, which is my opinion. I think he was jacked up, excited for all the reasons I explained. Insides are rolling and running high. I think he's going to end up making this Dodgers team. Zach, to be honest, if this Dodgers team stays healthy, they should win the World Series. That's how good they are. And this is his ceiling. We talked about Yamamoto possibly being in the Cy Young conversation this year.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying this year for Sasaki, but that's his ceiling, is yet another Cy Young possibility already on a loaded Dodgers team. So that's the breakdown for the day. And as always, if you like the breakdown, hit that like and subscribe button. If you like the leg kick too, hit that like and subscribe button.